I'm doing Instagram. I got it over here on my
You
laptop.
got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
I'm going live.
You're going live. I'm going live on KMT.
We're live.
Good morning, everyone.
We are live on Instagram over here now. And Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, live from Meatstock 2025 in London.
Yeah, awesome. You know, this is the beauty. We can be the beauty of social media is we can be everywhere and anywhere, and we're sharing a message that eat meat, be the master. And today we have Carnivore Pensioner Larry, all the way from England, celebrating the birth of his first grandchild. And we got Dr. Nelson and Alia all the way from Gatlinburg here at the 2025 Meatstock event, sharing energy around the globe.
Yay!
Awesome. Larry, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you are in this great, amazing world of carnivore.
Oh, wow. Let's see. I was for most of my life a pastor of a church, and then I was a funeral celebrant for about 10 years, looked after my dad before he died, and then finally got to look at my own health that was deteriorating. I was on medication. I was overweight. I was diabetic. I was a whole heap of things. And I'd gone to see my doctor, and she said, well, take some blood pressure tablets, which I did for 12 months, and it only got worse. And then I started to do my own research, and soon stumbled upon the carnivore diet and thought, this looks so weird and so bizarre and so extreme, I'm going to give it a shot. So that was just over a year ago now, and had incredible results on it, and started the YouTube channel about July last year, and just enjoyed doing that. I'm one of those people that if I'm doing something, I have to record it and share it. And so it's been an exciting journey.
I have a quick question for Scott Everson. Can we give away a Meatstock 2026 ticket today?
Sure we can. We can.
Good.
An entry level ticket, we'll give it away.
Good.
Whatever way, we'll make it happen. Absolutely.
Okay, today you win a Meatstock 2026 ticket for the convention next year.
It's an entry level ticket.
An entry level ticket, and it's hashtag Larry.
I love it.
And the like, subscribe, and share, and your comments and your questions, or where are you at in this world? Those are really, really, really important, because I was talking to my good friend Patty, who created this great book called Meatstock 2025 Cookbook, presented by Chef Patty. You can get it on Amazon, and she's going to slip me the piece of paper with exactly where to get it. But
Awesome.
You know, this is the beauty, and maybe we're sharing around the globe, and we were talking this morning about being the sort of the chain reaction, but really this is a change reaction. So we're changing, but there has to be a little bit. You have to get up and do something to be part of that. Isn't it right, Larry?
Yes, exactly. Nothing changes until you decide to take some action and take responsibility for your health, and decide that you're going to do some research, do some study, and the day you do that, everything changes.
In the community and being part of the community, we're an army. And we're all locking arms together to create the change, and we must do it together. This is a battle, but we're all not battling against. We're battling for something amazing. We're elevating everyone up to that level. Isn't that a little bit of what's happening here?
I absolutely. The one of the biggest surprises for me in this carnivore journey has been the carnivore community. There's no community like it in the world. The atmosphere when you get together, the electricity, the you meet people for 5 minutes and you feel like you've known them all your life. Those sorts of connections. It's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, look, some days I get depressed thinking we have just got so far to go. But then all around me, you see green shoots, you see life here and something happening there and something happening over there and a person changing there. And that's what encourages me and keeps me going one life at a time. Never going to be top down. It's always going to be grassroots. And we're all in this and it's happening. And I'm a supreme optimist that believes we can see significant change.
Well, tell us a little bit about what type of change you've seen in your life in embracing the carnivore lifestyle.
Yeah, well, look, as I said, it started with a visit to the doctor, and she said to me, "You have high blood pressure. You have you're on the verge of diabetes. You have a fatty liver, insulin resistant. What else? There's a whole list of things." And at that stage, I had not even heard of most of those terms. And I just looked at her and said, "So what do we do?" And she said, "I'm going to give you medication for your blood pressure." And I thought, okay. So I took the blood pressure, the medication, and I took them for a year, and nothing happened. The doctor just kept increasing the dose and adding a second tablet. And that's when I thought I'm going to start carnivore. So what I found is that on carnivore, within 1 month, my blood pressure came down to normal, and I was able to go off the medication. And but then my diabetes got totally reversed. The blood sugar came down to where it was. My inflammation, I think, was up at 14. I don't know whether that's Australian measurement or and it's down at 3. The doctor wants it at 2, but that's been a remarkable change. I've lost 25 kilos in weight, about 48 pounds thereabouts in weight, which has made a huge difference to my life. And I've just been on a journey just to share with as many people as I can the incredible results on the carnivore diet.
By accident there, so don't read that.
Larry, how long ago did you do that, became carnivore?
I began carnivore. It's about 13 months now, so just a bit over a year.
Okay, 30 months. Wow, 2.5 years. 25 kilos, by the way, is 55 plus pounds.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
okay, yeah.
That's remarkable. That's pretty good.
I know I had to twice. I had to buy new sets of clothes. I bought smaller clothes, and then I had to go and buy smaller clothes again.
That's
And,
amazing.
Yeah, so I threw out all the other clothes so that I couldn't go back.
My wife loves that she has had to buy.
And actually, when I
More
first
clothes.
started carnivore, I bought clothes that were 2 sizes too small for me that I could not fit into, and I bought expensive clothes, not cheap clothes, and I threw away the dockets, the receipts, so that I had no going back. And I'd spent money on these clothes. I had to lose the weight to wear the clothes, and I did. So, but
That's great.
That's
I want
that's
to.
the strategy.
Oh, Dr. Kilt's coming back.
I just want to throw out there, and I apologize for interrupting. I just was speaking to Scott Everson, the master behind Meatstock 25, and for Meatstock 26, everyone that enters, and you have to, if you're on Kilt's Mighty Tribe, you have to come over to the StreamYard event on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all these, and type in #Larry, and it's two tickets for the convention for 26.
Nice.
And you can always invest to an upper level for the retreat and anything else, by the way. So It's 2 tickets, by the way.
Wow. Wait,
So-
so 2 people are winning today. 2 people or 1 person's winning 2 tickets.
Not 2 tickets for 1 winner, I think.
Yeah. Then
Okay,
this
good.
way,
Okay.
they could bring a friend, or they could, wherever it
Nice.
is, and their partner, those sort of things. And I think that's, really a shout out to Scott's commitment to healing humanity with our brothers and sisters, with Carrie and all. But Scott is like my brother who's taught me so much, and we're all brothers and sisters. And when you come to one of these conventions, the meetups, whichever they are, and we have a list of them on our website. And
Yep.
and I think, and maybe Larry could comment a little bit about this, how your experience as a minister administering, and how Carnivore is a community to minister, to heal our brothers and sisters.
Yeah, very much so. I guess all my life, I've been involved in ministering to people, whether that was through the pastoral ministry in the church or through the funeral industry of sitting with grieving families and helping them work through stuff, or then caring for my own dad when he was dying. All my life has been that, imparting to other people. And so it was a natural progression, I thought, in starting the YouTube channel, and in doing all I can to spread the message and to encourage people. It took me a little while to work out what my role was, because I thought I'm not a doctor and I can't pretend to be a doctor, but what I can be is a friend on the road, a companion, a cheer squad for people. I
What
just
squad?
love hearing. Sorry,
What squad?
a cheer squad. Rah rah rah, go.
Cheer. Yeah.
I want to be a companion on the journey, and somebody who encourages and inspires other people to start this journey. And there's nothing that thrills me as much as hearing somebody tell me they're starting. They've decided to start, and I just think that is so awesome. And it's you see so many lives changed, and the stories are compelling, and the stories are exciting, and we can win this, and we will win this, one life at a time, one story at a time.
And in essence, are we not winning it in a sense because we're at least on this journey together? And if you're listening, you're learning, and we're embracing hardship in the journey. And there are people like yourself that are simply here to listen, and listening to our stories. Isn't that such an important part of this? And that's why the carnivore environment, the meetups are critical. And you can go to drkiltz.com for a list of meetups that we're supporting and sponsoring. But what we want to make sure we're doing, Alia, is listing all the other meetups that other people are putting on, even if we're not there, which would be really awesome and amazing. I have another spot for that in helping all of us. Dr. Nelson, are we seeing some questions or comments in the chat room today?
I haven't been paying attention to. I was paying attention to what he was saying. By the way, Larry has a Dr. Nelson hat.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Well, I think we should actually get some Dr. Nelson Larry hats and put Kiltz Health or whatever we're doing in this, and because we always love to wear our hats, and we love to wear our sort of symbols of what we're all working together as one, and create your own, right? Isn't that what we're all here to do, is be the creator of all of it? And I don't know if people want to take a screenshot. Patty gave me a long number that's a B0F, by the way. But I bet if you just, we'll put a link up to the meat stock cookbook that Patty's been so gracious to create and help us all on this learning journey.
Awesome. No Carb Barb says, can't wait to see you and Dr. Kiltz at Meat Stock today. Yay, we can't wait to see you too.
Yeah.
We do have some questions. Dr. Nelson is also at Meat Stock.
I wish I was there.
Aww.
Well, Dr. Nelson, you know, it's Ed McMahon and Johnny Carson. You know, it's sort of a truly. I'm like Dr. Nelson is the comedian here. I'm the straight man, actually.
There was a question about how you can buy tickets to Meat Stock 2026, and it looks like the website is being made right now.
What's the link, Scott? What's the website for 26?
If you go to meatstockconvention.com,
meatstockconvention.com.
The 2026 should be there. Meatstockconvention.com.
Okay.
And Scott, tell me really quick for our listeners here today, what is your passion? Why do you do this to create these very complex? I mean, there's a lot of challenges in creating these events and putting together. Why do you do this?
Well, the main thing is I like to get away from the kids for a week.
That's hilarious.
Second off, you know, for me, it's just these guys are my family. You know, these guys are my friends or my family. I need people to hang out with me. And so, you know, you got to pay to hang out with me. That's all.
That's great. We love it.
No,
We're
I love
invested.
it. I just love, like, you know, the community feel to it. Like it's like a family event. We all hang out, we eat meat, we listen to music, we watch the sunrises together, we watch the sunsets together. And it's just a beautiful thing. I just love it.
And everyone and anyone has the opportunity to mingle with those that have been sharing their story, and you meet each and every one of them in a very small group that you feel like you're getting a one-on-one with Sean Baker and Bella and Dr. Nelson and Alia, and I mean, and the list goes on. By the way,
next year, if you go to meatstockconvention.com, like next year we have an absolutely insane lineup. Like if you are a carnivore, this is like the carnivore of all carnivore conventions.
Love it.
Check it out. And and then did we announce the thing already?
We didn't announce the winner yet. No, we'll do that at the end.
At the end.
It is.
So you could put those 2 tickets towards the cabin retreat if you would like to take part in that as well. So
and you have to invest in healthcare, and your healthcare is not determined by the doctors, by the healthcare industry. It really is determined by you, and that's why I love the Larry's passion. This is a ministry, essentially. We're all ministering to each other, each of our brothers and sisters.
Can we just show them what it looks like outside?
Oh, yeah. You can take that.
Can I take that?
Yeah. Let's go. We're gonna
let's go.
step outside with Scott, just to kind of see where we're at.
Right.
Wow.
Can't really see too much, but we are still a little dark out. There you go. Check that out. Right, we're right up in the mountains.
We still have our connection.
Beautiful venue, and then we have a weekend convention close by at a beautiful venue. Oh yeah, you can do it outside, right? Maybe.
Well, do we can we still hear you?
Can you guys still hear us?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still linked up, aren't we?
Maybe. Yeah, at least for now.
But we lost Larry for some reason.
Oh, who knows? He'll come back.
I hope he comes back.
He'll come back.
Oh, that's better. Dr. Kiltz, that's better than inside.
Oh, all right. All right. So I guess I'm sitting right here now.
Yeah.
Scott, this is Scott's secret way to get me out of the living room.
Right.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I mean, the sound is great. I mean, we can hear you loud and clear.
It's better than inside. You hear all the background noise inside, everybody talking.
Yeah. All right. You guys probably don't want to see me. I'm a hot mess. I haven't slept in like 3 days, and
oh gosh,
there we go.
That's for sure.
I haven't showered yet, but I'm pretty sure nobody has. And are we still live? Am I just like making ass?
You're totally, but that's okay. That's the whole point.
Oh,
we are still live. We lost our guest, and this is just funny.
Well, I'm
Dr.
taking over. Okay, this is now Scott's health podcast. Talking to thousands of people. Who we got here? Are we taking questions from Niagara, Ontario? Now I'm from Ottawa, Ontario. I currently live in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Can we pay to add on to the entry level tickets? I think that's what Scott was saying, that the winners will have the option to add
upgrade.
Upgrade, yes, that was the word.
Okay, I'm going to leave you guys be. Kiltz is taking back over.
You have to come.
You're in good hands.
The chef Rodney.
Chef Rodney, yeah.
Rodney and his team are amazing. I mean, Scott has set up such an amazing team for all of us. So, Scott, thank you, my brother. And we'll see if we get Larry back, but we are here from Meat Stock 25, by the way. And we're sharing healing. And I think that these conventions, you should be able to use your health savings account, and then we should be able to write you a prescription for lifestyle coaching and counseling in an events. And I talked to Dr. Lisa Wiedemann yesterday because you can go on her cruise ship experiences, which is the same. The most you get out of life is coming in a group setting, connecting with others. Our social media, this is a great connection for so many of us around the globe, but you need to find the conventions, the meetups, and get out there. Tell me a little bit, Dr. Nelson, what you found in coming to these events and connecting with people.
Oh, the community, just meeting people. It is an instant connection you have with other people. I mean, I've been to medical conventions, I've been to religious conventions, and it's amazing, just amazing.
And there's a spiritual connection. I mean, yesterday we had a black bear just roaming around and coming right up to us, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we're all standing back, but we're in nature. And
yes. Just getting here last night, just maybe 200 feet from the house we're staying at, there was a black bear. I had to wait for the black bear to move out of the road so I could go.
And again, we're all here together, all the animals, the insects, the humans, the real bears, which are the humans, and we're alive. I was sharing with Patty about her son Robert, who had passed, and we're talking. He's here with us. My friend Jonathan's son Luke is here with us. My sister Marianne is here with us. We're on this spiritual journey, connecting, and why we're alive. Even if you're homebound, you're here with us, wherever you are in this world. And we have these devices to connect with people. And again, we are the pilgrimage. This is a pilgrimage, in essence, and we're finding different ways to connect and heal each other. That is such an amazing, amazing thing. And I'm sure, Dr. Nelson, you could comment a little bit about, how we became doctors to heal people, but with quite often much of what we think we've learned has been hurting people, but there's still value in some standard medicine. But maybe we can just really begin to open up ideas that our standard diets are basically harming and hurting us. And that's been their biggest challenge.
Dr. Osler, William Osler, very famous doctor. I think he's considered father of internal medicine. Once said, and I am not quoting directly because I don't remember the exact quote, but talking to a graduating class, he said, well, we know that 50% of what we taught you probably strong. The bad news is we don't know which half it is. So
And it is, and so I mean, we've been trained in this world. We've been brainwashed that the only person that could give you health advice is a doctor.
Mhm.
And in fact, that is a not true statement. That's part of the problem, right? You're not allowed to give health advice.
I think it used to be that we maybe were the guardians of some of the medical knowledge because of accessibility. I mean, when could you hear about something, type it in, and in 5 seconds have almost all the knowledge and information at your fingertips about something you didn't know about just a few seconds before?
Mhm.
Never in history, right? It's now that we can do that. And I probably, because of experience, maybe I would know how to search for something quicker, maybe, but everybody has access to the knowledge.
And at the same time, the knowledge that standard Western medicine has been sharing may be wrong, right?
Yeah.
Good morning, DJ. How you doing? We're on a live right now, Donna. If you want to come sit and hang out or just relax,
Welcome back, Larry.
Yeah, welcome back. I'm so worried.
Larry.
Oh,
Thank
By
you.
the way,
Yes, I had to. I had internet trouble, so I had to change my connections. But anyway, we're back.
I
have
have a
internet.
question, Dr. Kill.
Yes.
Why don't carnivores ever play hide and seek?
I don't know.
Because
good luck hiding when someone can smell bacon from a mile away.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
the bear just kind of, I mean, doing what bears do. They smell food. I mean,
Yep.
we're just a kill, right? We're just a dead carcass somewhere out in the forest. You can smell us from miles around, right?
It's crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
So, Larry, you were diagnosed with diabetes, you said, right? At some point.
Yeah.
And what did you know from about diabetes when you were diagnosed with that?
Oh, nothing. Except, people have insulin injections. I'd heard stories. So I don't know whether I was, the doctor says I was on the verge of diabetes. And
Okay, so
when I
you
changed my
were
doctor to a
probably
carnivore doctor,
pre-diabetic.
she said, yeah, that was diabetes with those figures. So anyway,
And did he
totally
also tell
reversed
you?
now.
Did he also tell you that you could reverse that?
Oh, no. After 12 months on the blood pressure tablets and then seeing my blood pressure come down in just 1 month on carnivore, the doctor said to me, of course you'd lose weight of course your blood pressure would come down if you lost some weight. And I said, you never told me that. You told me to take pills. And I then, I lost the weight and it came down, and I discovered that, I've now found a doctor who prescribes lifestyle and diet changes before they give you pills. And I think that's a much better way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a comment here from Sarah B. I've been working on an advanced nurse practitioner training for years, and it's disheartening that I'm seeing clients with diabetes that are trying to find the guidelines and the sugars, still not responding. And she has to be careful in her career because our dietary recommendations can get her in trouble. But maybe that's what we need to start doing, is maybe calling it keto or low carb, high fat, or low carbohydrate diets. Begin to share that. And as people, as you're sharing and then you're doing carnivore, people ask you, well, what are you doing? What have you found? And I think as we start being the first wave of the army, we're arm in arm, we're going together. And that's what we're all doing here is inspiring our brothers and sisters in standard medicine that there is another way, and we can do that. Let's be afraid and do it anyway, in essence.
Exactly. Rebecca says we should call it a modified Mediterranean diet.
Yeah, that's good. Rebecca's awesome. I love Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca.
We love
But
Rebecca.
I think low carb is really in our ketogenic diets. And as our good friend Dr. Chafee has commented on his podcast, that essentially the ketogenic diets have been studied. It is a therapeutic diet. So if you think about the treatments we're instilling, this is therapeutic. It's well known in the world of seizure disorders and diabetic problems prior to the Western world of drugs and the takeover of medicine by the Flexner report by Rockefeller and others that are sort of usurping medicine. What can we all do? We all connect together and sharing globally. And I don't know, Larry, tell me, are you running into more and more people that are sort of saying, wow, Larry, you look amazing. I feel amazing. Carnivore is amazing. This around the
Yes, certainly. Certainly, like if you lose the weight, people notice, and they will often ask you what you're doing, and you tell them. And I've had so many friends, want to start and say, I need that, and they start and then they stumble, and it's so disheartening when you see people start and they don't follow through. But we keep pressing on.
we won't give up. I've been watching a Netflix series on the Ottoman Empire and Mehmet, who essentially finally conquered Constantinople and created Istanbul, and relentless. Our job is to be relentless in these changes. Don't give up. No, and again, we are on the journey to fertilizer, and let's be afraid and do it anyway. That's like kind of what this part of this journey is about, by the way.
We've got a couple questions here I want to take up for Larry. Larry from Chicago is asking Larry from Australia, what is the name of Larry's channel?
It's just called Carnivore Pensioner.
Great. Here's another. Tell us what your meals look like. Oh, what?
I put the address in the chat.
For what?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes,
oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Haley asks, tell us what your meals look like in a day.
I found the stash.
Oh, look. Right. At present, we eat 2 meals a day. The first meal is about 9 o'clock in the morning. You can tell I don't have to go to work because I'm eating that late. But the first meal is always egg and bacon. And I still include a bit of coffee, so I'll have a cup of coffee with some cream in it. And the second meal is usually about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It varies a little bit, but that's always just a plate of meat of some sort, whether it be, well, I'm an Aussie, so I love roast lamb, any steak I can get, it's usually either beef or lamb, the ruminant meats that we really like. And we went to 2 meals a day, not by any great choice or plan. It's just that we discovered after we started carnivore that we just weren't hungry. So 2 meals was quite satisfying. And I even have several days where I just have the 1 meal. And meat is so satiating. And, I tell people, you eat a bowl of vegetables, you might enjoy it, but half an hour later, you're going to be hungry. You eat a decent piece of meat, and you're not hungry again for many hours, and it just sustains you, and it's delicious. I mean, who doesn't want to eat meat?
Oh, the best ever. Oh,
I was thinking the other day, when we were kids, mum and dad never had to force us to eat meat. They would force us
No.
to eat vegetables. And mum
Yes.
would think up clever little tricks to get us to eat our vegetables. She never had to convince us to eat meat. We would always dive on the meat first. And when we went outside, we would automatically take our shoes off. We knew that we were meant to be barefoot on the grass. And kids know that. And we somehow get it drummed into us that we've got to do all this other stuff and put shoes on and eat veggies. I love it. I love it. Way to go. Yeah.
well, you know, I remember as a kid at the dining room table, I used to spoon my peas into my pocket. And I managed to get away with that for a while, and then I got caught, and then I go to the bathroom and I throw them away in the bathroom. I mean, we were, and the only reason, but then they smartened up. They began to put them in cans with sugar, so they sweetened them even more. We got canned corn.
Wow. Yes.
So the let's just add a little sugar and they'll eat it like candy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Amy's here. What's Amy got to go? Hey, Amy.
She says so many older people wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep. How do you manage your sleep, Larry?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I used to have terrible sleep prior to Carnivore, and would lay awake for hours. And I had terrible habits too. I would go to bed very late and watch TV or be on a phone or a tablet or a computer screen till late. And when I started Carnivore, we also started sleeping more regular hours, going to bed early. Not having that evening meal frees up your evening. So we finish the meal in the afternoon. So you're not preparing a meal or doing dishes or eating in the evening. So if we do watch a movie or something, we can watch it very early. And then the last hour or so before we go to bed, we turn all screens off and just have some music, sit and talk or read a book, and get to bed early, about 9 o'clock. And the other thing I did with, talking about barefoot walking, I found that that habit has also helped my sleep, and we've actually added pardon me, a grounding sheet to our bed now, and that has also helped sleep. So now, look, I still quite often would wake up at 3 a.m., but the difference now is that I go straight back to sleep. Whereas before, if I woke up, I'd be there laying awake for hours watching the clock, waiting for morning. And no, sleep is so important, and so many factors involved. But you've just got to sort that out because the sleep is huge, I think.
It's huge. It is huge.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you. Let's do another question for Larry. Did you have keto flu or other symptoms of detoxing?
Look, not very much. I went in typical guy. I went in straight off a standard Australian diet, into cold turkey into carnivore, and I found it the first 2 weeks. The biggest problem was I was just lethargic. I could hardly lift myself off the chair, and I also had a bit of constipation. But I found after 2 weeks that that went away, and it got better. And when it got better, it very quickly got a lot better. So if you're starting off and you're struggling a bit, just know it's going to get better. But my experience really was fairly mild. I think it was just a bit of fatigue and a bit of constipation.
There you go. Let's see. Dr. Kiltz. Cobra 9611100. Dr. Kiltz, last 2 days my urine is cloudy and clear. I drink plenty of water. I feel bloated and have to urinate constantly during the day. Ivermectin, is it UTI? Oh, I don't know if we can give medical advice over this.
We can say anything we want.
We can suggest whatever we
can
want.
say anything we want.
There we go.
Now again, this is one of those things that, getting checked is probably a good idea. And, the question is, are there over-the-counter testing for UTIs, Dr. Nelson? I don't know what's out there, but, I think sometimes we overdrink water, and I think fasting isn't done enough personally. I think that, some people will do a little bit of a splash of cranberry juice. That's another interesting one. I don't typically recommend that, but, and whether you're using ivermectin or other things, that's something that you have to do your research to decide on that. But I see it's cloudy and clear. Mine kind of goes between that also, depends what you're eating. But, that bloating, that's back to, I think people are consuming too lean of meats, or they're eating too much, too frequently. Because even on a carnivore diet, you're going to get some gas. And that inflammation that comes out the rectum anus goes into the vagina, the urethra for women, and can cause UTIs. But I think getting that checked is a good idea. But it sure sounds like it could be that inflammation in the gut, and a stick of butter, some fasting could be very helpful. Any other comments, Dr. Nelson?
You can check your own urine, the urine analysis the doctor's going to do in the office, the quick one. You can find over-the-counter sticks for that, and we'll give you an idea. But I think getting it checked is probably the best idea.
But the fasting and butter, I think, are really good because it kills the microbes in the gut, which are responsible. And your body wants to heal, but because we keep eating, I think that 2 to 3 day fasting a month is good. 5 to 7 day. Dr. Nelson did 10 days.
Amazing.
And I think it's really, really healthy. Well, one of the comment I wanted to make about if you can't sleep, scroll through our Instagram or Larry's YouTube Instagram. And we're up because we're meant to be up. Get up and do something, build something, read something, go for a walk in the grass, meditate, prayer, journal. I don't think we're supposed to have straight, full sleep. Take some naps during the day. I think those are also helpful.
Exactly. Don Smith, if a body is severely inflamed, is there additional things to be done besides eating carnivore? Not medicine, but things like saunas, fasting, or salsa dancing.
all of them.
Yeah. Your body heals when you do nothing, sometimes resting, but sometimes getting out and red light therapy, sunlight therapy, walking in the grass, dancing. Who did we have on that's a salsa dancing instructor?
Terry Carver.
Yes, she's amazing.
And get out in the sun or go to the beach. That's very disinflaming, whatever the word is, anti-inflammatory.
Get in salt water, right?
Yeah.
Right. But sometimes doing nothing, fasting, resting, these are good things to allow the body. And did you feel a healing in your 10-day fasting, doctor?
I felt pretty good. I'm perfect, so I didn't have anything else to improve.
But there is autophagy that seems to be greater. Remember, eating, even in the carnivore diet, introduces digestion to your body, which, when that engine's running more, which the digestion, there's going to be some damage. And so the fasting essentially will help reduce the toxins, and increase the autophagy and healing in your body. So I think that's really a big one.
Welcome back.
We keep moving. I'm having the same problems, but now the bugs are beginning to move in on me. Mosquitoes.
So overall, I've lost about 110, 10, 15, 20 pounds. It varies a little bit. I've been hovering about the same weight for the past year.
And ultimately, is it better to be skinny or fat in a famine?
Fat.
Fat.
Or
Does
have fat on your body.
well, if you don't, you're dead.
Yeah.
Does fat obesity in itself cause disease, or is it what you eat that causes inflammation as the major problem?
Yeah, definitely what we eat.
It's what we eat.
And a healthy diet, according to the current allopathic health. If you Google a healthy diet, it's going to come up with plant-based.
A plant-based low-fat diet.
And it's not very healthy. It's not healthy.
And don't
I
eat
can attest
red
to
meat.
that.
Don't eat red meat.
I used to do the 10 salads a day, 10 cups of salad a day. That like destroyed my gut. It would just end up in the toilet, nature's toilet paper, but it hurt on the way down, if that made sense, on the way, all the process. I want to answer this question for Eve. Is there anyone on Carnivore who has ADHD? I make instant connections, which almost immediately fizzle out. I'm just coming to terms with this at 71. Christy, Meeting Wellness's son, handled his ADHD with Carnivore. Dr. Kiltz.
Right, but what if, again, if you put a line in a cage and then it becomes it can't sit still, you're wondering, oh, is there something wrong with them? Nothing's wrong with you. You don't have a disease. You're healthy and well, right? That's part of it. But yes, Carnivore helps give you clarity and be able to even handle the cage that you've been plopped in, and then help you break those bars. Because ultimately, I mean, you know, what do we love about Sean Baker and right? They're the gladiators, right? We are gladiators. We're breaking out. ADHD, OCD, all of that stuff is not a disease. It's actually who we are. You know, I realized that the reason as an adolescent, I joined a gang is because they were trying to keep us locked up, and we needed ways to like get our energy out, right?
Yeah.
We're ancient gladiators. They used to send us out to learn to hunt at age probably 7 or 8 or younger, right? Who's going out hunting now, right, Larry?
Yeah, exactly.
Dr. Nelson at the supermarket. Someone would like to talk about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you do. I'm sorry about that. You know,
no worries.
I have ADHD. Awesome. Let's see. Deities have direction, right? You know, again, you don't label yourself a disease.
Okay.
The marketing is trying to get us to do that. We need to break the marketing and reclaim our power.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're labeled with something, they can give you something and make money off of it.
It's
also
join another group, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's the best group? What's the best group to join?
Guilt Smacky Tribe.
Guilt Smacky Tribe.
Link
Sorry
is
for
under
sneezing.
And then you get a link to Meat Stock and Bella and Papa and Larry and everyone, where we're as a community together. We're preaching the passion.
We're preaching the passion.
Yeah.
Frank Carbone, official page. Can you talk about eating raw? I love black and blue steaks. That's as raw as I get.
Rare to raw is best. We're ancient hunters that killed the beast and ate the beast. Dr. Nelson took it down. He grabbed the heart. He took a bite and he shared it with me. And ultimately, raw is healthier. And if you look at Pottinger's cats.
Exactly. And we have these incisors. Evolution gave us incisors so that we could grab the meat and eat it. There you go.
Well, and essentially we're our ability, our evolution from a plant-based diet to an animal-based diet, from the trees to the grasses, we're tool makers, we're weapon makers, and we're strategists. That's together we do that. That's why the community is amazing to help more and more people around the globe, right, Larry? You know?
Absolutely, yeah. I love the community.
And as a minister, you can stand in the corner and minister to yourself, but inviting people to the table together is what we're about. No matter what your religion is, your non-religion is, we're inviting everyone to the table to enjoy the feast, which ultimately was a massive a wild pig or buffalo. That's really the best, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on fish, Larry? Are you a fish?
Yeah, look, I really like a bit of fish, and we do certainly include fish when we can get it. I like to get the wild caught fish if I can, and it's sometimes a bit difficult to get where we live, but you can get it, and I do enjoy it, and you do get the omega-3s and that from the fish, which I think is great.
But
I like fish too. I like salmon.
Is it required? But the problem is people are eating the fillet. They're not eating the head or the organs or the skin. Right. And ultimately, my suspicion is that
it's still, like salmon's still fatty, even if you're eating the fillet. But I know you don't like fish.
Well, my concern though is when you put a ribeye steak in a pan, you see the fat melt away. When you put a salmon in the pan, it doesn't melt away. You don't see it. So we're still marketing the market, right? I mean, we have marketers that work for the food industry to tell you that it's all good, abundant, right, rainbow, all those things, right? When in fact, it's not, my opinion. So, Maya, morning. We are on a live here.
The answer to that question in the screen is a yes, and we can go on to the next question.
Good morning, everyone.
Would you sit with us a second?
Good morning.
Sure.
Maya, where are you from in this world?
So, Mira, I flew from Dubai.
Thank you, Mira.
Wow, cool.
All the way from Dubai, solid 20-hour flight to be here in this beautiful Tennessee.
Yeah, and how long have you been carnivore?
I've been actually, so funny story, I was vegan, and the first retreat I've ever hosted was a vegan retreat, and I've been carnivore for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I've worked lots with athletes, and I'm now in the longevity world, so I've seen my health shift big time, and I've never felt better.
And so younger and younger are beginning to join the carnivore space and healing humanity and traveling the world to do this and studying the evidence in this world that
science-backed data and how that can help.
Yeah.
Like, just for a girl, like in hormone regulation and yeah.
Is there something simple though in carnivore that by just eating this lifestyle, we're changing our world, and then you're inspiring others to change their world?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like a big thing is you lead by example.
Yeah.
So I think practicing what you preach is important, mainly when you have people seeing you and being in the health industry. My background's all in like sports science and just being in the health industry for the past 10 years. So like leading by example and showing people how you can excel and how like you're either excelling in life based from your diet and lifestyle, or you're just doing the opposite. So even mentally you're more sharp, and people get to see that and get inspired by that.
So Larry, and maybe you could comment a little bit about this. Are you seeing more and more younger people in your community latching on and being interested in this carnivore lifestyle?
Yeah, look, I find that like on my YouTube channel, the majority of people who watch are over 60. So I generally find it's predominantly older people, but then maybe because I'm old and they might relate to me more than a younger person might. But look, when you're young, if you're 35 or something like my kids, you're bulletproof. They are trim and terrific. They're eating whatever they like, and that these things are not even on their radar. But as people get older and they start to realize, oh, I've got a string of medications, I can't do what I used to do, and then they suddenly get interested in their health like I did. I think that older people generally are more receptive to it, but it is exciting when you see a younger person start, because I think the best time to start was 10 years ago, but the second best time to start is today.
Yeah.
And are you?
I just want to say we have a girl coming on. Her name is, funnily enough, Aaliyah, very similar to my name. She's 16 and she cured her PCOS and endometriosis with a carnivore diet. She's going to be on a live stream next month. 16 years old.
Regulation stuff is honestly what made me do it.
So it reduces the damage to the pituitary, hypothalamus, and the ovary, and now allows the ovary, hypothalamus, and the pituitary gland to do the work so that hormonal regulation is natural to our body. But if you poison it, then you're going to get damage. And then Mia at my meetup with Carrie in Hamilton, Ontario, is 9 years young. And so we're going to get Mia on also.
I love that.
Fantastic.
So you're right. So 10 years ago or now? Right, Larry?
Yes, exactly.
But we can't fix 10 years ago, but our armies we're arming together, and we're part of the change reaction in the world. And so does it require a doctor in order to heal humanity?
I think it requires big lifestyle changes to start. I think being sent on the pill, not getting asked about what you do in the morning, what you do before bed, what you eat, all these things come into consideration, versus doctors just put you on a pill and then don't ask you these questions, and then you end up getting all these side effects in terms of helping you heal. So
and maybe Dr. Nelson could comment on this. I mean, when we went to medical school and, got into, we're going to be a doctor.
Did you study like nutrition or any of that stuff?
Well, I guess the question about nutritional study, what would they tell you?
That's true.
So nobody,
based on the country you're in,
around the globe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all a lie anyway, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if you're taught nutrition, you're taught improper nutrition. But none of us went into medicine to hurt people. We went into medicine to help people. But what we're on this journey today is change. And we're inspiring our brothers and sisters in modern medicine, in the allopathic medicine and beyond, to recognize that they can incorporate nutritional changes in all of that.
Exactly.
And what's your passion in all of this?
Me personally, I think my background was all in sports. Like I've worked with lots of like NFL athletes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was just also responsible. I was a part of their sports nutrition program. So seeing them, I had to make sure they're performing at their best. So now I've shifted into being in the longevity world. So now I think what I really would love to see is just people not just living longer, but living better and optimizing their health.
I think that's the most important thing, to increase the quality of life, because none of us, even, and that's not a knock on longevity people, but no one knows how long you're going to live, right? But if you improve the quality of life while you're here, that's great. I mean, you could live 95 years and spend the last 20 years of your life in a bed, right? or I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to live, but I am living a better quality of life than I was just a couple of years ago.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
Rebecca, that was a quick comment by Rebecca.
Oh yeah.
But just real quick, and the recommendations follow the ADHD, AHA, AMA, all the associations that are bought and paid for the textbooks, paid for the big food and big pharma. Ultimately, we in the school we're in, so we've got to be doing the work on the inside. This is an inside job, right? You got to change it on the inside, and we're here to make the change ourselves and then share with others at the spectrum of life, right?
Yeah.
That's right. So we have 185 people watching. That's
Thank
so
you, guys,
cool, guys.
It was great to meet you all. Thanks for letting me be here.
pleasure.
I'm
God
gonna go
bless.
to my
Good
morning routine.
Go to your morning. All right, work. Yeah, and go finish up, Alia. Sorry about that.
No worries. So we have 187 people watching. I would love to see if we could get up to 187 hashtag Larry's in the giveaway. We need 100 more people. So if you haven't put hashtag Larry into the giveaway, do it for a chance to win 2 tickets to Meat Stock next year to the convention. And you will then be able to give them the chance to upgrade to the cabin retreat.
Someone was asking where is Meat Stock going to be in 2026?
In Gatlinburg.
It's going to be here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That's right. So if you haven't done that, do that. It only goes in one time. No matter how many times you do hashtag Larry, it'll only be entered once. So if you haven't entered it, I would do that. But you can, of course, enter as many times as you like. There we go.
Keep doing it. All right.
Keep going.
Final words, and let's do that. Let's do the
giveaway.
Winner. Yep.
Good. I'm going to add the final words, Larry.
Okay. My final words would be just do something to take responsibility for your health. It doesn't matter whether you're 18 or 88. I heard somebody the other day who was 88 and they're starting carnivore. Look, everything's going to change the day that you accept responsibility for your own health.
Exactly. All right, we're doing it now. Here we go. Drum roll. No carb Barb. That's amazing. She's having stock right now.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to see her. And by the way, so for the Kills Mighty Tribe, I'm actually going to be entering my name with their name after it. So I'll do hashtag whatever. And then so if I win with one of their names,
okay.
Now how the Kills Mighty Tribe can be part of that. So great.
Awesome.
Yay. Awesome. Larry, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about my dropouts, but we got there.
It's all good. It's all part of the journey. All right. Love everyone. Thank you for being here, Dr. Nelson.
Have a great day.
Goodbye, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow
soon.
morning.